take wings. You have to take your bank out completely on the crosswind.
Right, I forgot our...
And lower the nose and clear that air, clear the area, okay?
I got that next time.
So on the climb out, you got blown away from the airport. Now you're getting blown in.
We'll watch that. We actually are too close right now.
You are? So roll it. Roll it to the left. Roll it. Let the heading change. There you go.
Wait for it to... Probably good right there. And notch your flaps.
Cherokee 24 Lima midfield, requesting the option.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, traffic you're following is the Scout over the threshold.
Cherokee 24 Lima, following the Scout.
Cherokee 24 Lima, runway 32 clear for the option.
Clear for the option, 5224 Lima.
So next time, if you don't call when you're midfield, if you're right at the numbers, just say a beam the numbers. Okay?
Okay. Final.
So the whole thing about today is you're not factoring in the wind. You have a tailwind, so that power should have been much lower than it was. That's better now. I think you realized it when you looked at the runway, right?
Yeah, I did.
Don't need the
Don't
power.
need the power, yeah, we're too high.
Just use your energy. Your gravitational potential energy is perfect.
Stay on this approach.
So see how that little headwind we have, how it's going to help you? You're really not going to be excessively high anymore. Looks good.
Any point, we got to get back on center line. We'll do that, add a little bit of power.
Just keep your nose down. Look, blow your nose a little. Lower. Lower the nose.
Lowering it.
It's still high. Lower a little more. Lower the nose. Go for the numbers. There you go. Right for those numbers.
40 Eddie, gust 16, altimeter 3017.
Scout 305, we're 4 mile final.
Scout 305, runway 32 clear to land.
Clear to land 32305, thank you.
Center line.
We checked your flaps.
Warrior 249 November Delta, midfield, touch and go.
Center line.
49 November Delta, extend
Let's go,
down,
come on.
traffic you're following is
You can
the
still
yellow.
use your feet to get it back on the cell line when you add power.
Extend downwind, searching for traffic, 249 November Delta.
Compensate for our wind.
Nashua Tower, traffic in sight, 249 November Delta.
249 November Delta.
You don't have to keep doing this. Just sit, look, sit there and hold it. And every time the airplane moves, make a correction. But you're doing this, and you don't really need to do that. That's not necessary.
Okay.
See how we're holding it steady?
Yeah.
And every once in a while, when you feel the plane move, then you fix it.
I'm self-inducing this, what you're trying to tell me. Alright, so we're going to turn base. We're going to remember to clear final this time.
This is not your base. This is your...
crosswind. Sorry. Base over there.
If you're going to do a...
What should your climb speed be?
Just about a mile and a half behind you.
Okay, yeah, we're planning most likely full.
Clear base.
This is the crosswind.
Keep saying base.
There we are,
crosswind.
clear. You're not factoring in the wind. You're turning basically parallel to the runway, only to go back to the left. You got to roll out earlier next time. Roll, go to the left a little. There you go. midfield.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, midfield.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, traffic you're following is the Scout ahead of you on the down.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, follow the Scout.
You have the site.
Have the Scout in sight.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, you're number 4 for the runway following the yellow Scout. Runway 32, you are cleared for the touch and go, and the Scout says they're most likely a full stop.
Clear for the touch and go, 5224 Lima.
Where's your traffic?
They'll beam us on the right.
You're number 4.
Number 4.
That's number 1. There's your traffic. Right there. So there's number 2.
There's number 3.
We're number 4. So you just made a common mistake. Because you saw an airplane, you're probably happy, oh wow, I found an airplane, right?
Yeah.
It didn't make sense, did it? If they give you a number, if it's like this, number 4, you have to have 3 airplanes in front of you. I don't mean directly in front of you, but before you. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
There's your traffic again. He's probably a little slower than we are.
We're going to wait for him to be past our right wing. Give it a little bit longer. And we'll probably turn base now.
Give him a little more time.
One more time.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going to turn, but if he misses Bravo, then he'll need a little time on the runway.
Gotcha.
All right, you can turn now.
All right. Let the runway go. Cleared final.
That looks good. I see the nose dancing all over the place, and I don't feel your rudder pedals moving. So if you're using the ailerons, I should feel your rudder pedals moving.
Didn't realize I was even using the ailerons.
What's that?
I didn't even realize I was using the ailerons. Kind of
Did you
subconsciously.
see the
doing
nose
that.
moving though?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Something's making it move. Notice it's not moving now.
Not sure why I keep doing that.
Well, the nice thing is I won't give up. I'm going to keep drilling it into your head. You'll get sick of hearing me say it, right?
I'm sure I'll learn it eventually. Trying to learn it now, not
I
forever
got
from
a
now.
cattle prod in my bag. I'll just zap you.
Scout 88352 left on Charlie, taxi to parking and on our ground plane 8.
See what I mean about he missed Bravo? So you
Did
always
actually.
you always have to factor these things in.
That's a good point.
You can speed it up a little bit. Cherokee is about.
Even told him to speed up.
And we gave
Should we
him...
need to?
No,
Yeah,
no,
we
you're
gave him a
fine.
ton of room.
You're fine.
We need to go around. We'll go around.
Exactly. That's the way to think about it. Going around is actually a good thing to practice. Get rid of your close throttle. And just keep your nose down. But he's really taking his time.
Why is he going so freaking slow?
That's a good question. Go around. Go around.
Go around.
Go around. Say go around.
5224 Lima going around.
Rudder.
Positive rate. Oh, not yet.
Get rid of that
Positive
third
rate.
notch. We don't wait
That
for a
third
positive
notch.
rate. Now you can take your time. Stay over the
Got rid of
runway.
third notch.
If there's ever an airplane on the runway, we stayed on the approach as long as we could, correct?
Yeah.
Just
it's
go
all
around.
safe. Positive rate. Safe airspeed. Safe altitude. Tracting another notch.
Ask him for an early turn.
32 option.
What did he say?
Cherokee 24 Lima, early turn on route.
Go for
I didn't hear him. Tell him to repeat.
Roger 24.
Oh, he said it's approved. Turn.
Delta.
Positive rate.
Positive rate, safe airspeed, safe altitude.
Runway 32, clear for the option. 249 November Delta.
final?
That looks good. No, not yet. We're not at 1,200 feet. So just keep climbing, and this is the crosswind, right?
Yeah,
Clear.
crosswind.
There you go. Look at that. So now we're back at midfield.
There we go. We'll call him just a
Roll
second.
out earlier, though, to correct for that wind. See the guy off your nose? Right off your nose. See him?
Yeah.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, midfield.
Cherokee 24 Lima, traffic you're following is a Warrior ahead of you, turning right base.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, have the Warrior in sight.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, number 2 follow the Warrior, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Number 2, follow the Warrior, cleared touch and go, 24 Lima.
This guy's not super slow, so we can just do the normal thing here. He's past our wing, so we'll start power. Bunch of flaps. And a clear final. Add another notch of flaps. For a clear final.
That's a little too slow. You got to watch, so you're looking at your runway and airspeed, back and forth all the way down until you flare. Once you flare, you're looking down the runway only.
Okay.
This is better. Runway looks good, airspeed looks good. Just keep doing that. Runway, airspeed.
Right.
I would lower the nose a little more. You have a tendency to pick the nose up too soon. Just keep the nose down and look down. Don't pick the nose up, see? Look down the runway and let it come in. Keep looking down the runway and don't pick the nose up too early. Hold it. So if you were able to go back up in the air, that first touch could have been smoother and you could have held it a little longer. You're looking down the runway now, right?
I looked down the runway the whole time, yeah.
How far down the runway?
4 centerline stripes.
All right, we'll keep doing that. Don't do that. This is not a car.
What did I do?
Did you see the control go to the right?
Did I do that?
Yes. So the airplane was left of the center line, and you were coming in like this to try to get it back on the center line. You got to use your feet.
Okay.
I had a commercial student fail his check ride because he did that. He had never done it with me.
Just subconsciously
But
for
he did
some
it on
reason.
his check ride, and guess what?
Failed, yeah.
The only time it's okay to move the control wheel to the right or to the left is if there's a crosswind. And then if there's a crosswind, just say, I'm correcting for the crosswind.
Which there isn't much of a crosswind today.
There's a little one, not much.
Not much, yeah.
But that was pretty obvious. You were going left of the center line, and I don't think you were trying to correct for the crosswind. I think you were trying to get it back on the center line like your car.
Probably.
This guy's wide.
Yeah,
So
I'm watching it, so I'm
Don't turn.
also going
no,
wide.
don't turn yet. Let him pass your wingtip.
Okay. The same deal in the traffic pattern. Right, so you don't want to overtake him.
You can level off here. Attitude,
Attitude,
power,
power.
trim, and then once he's past your wing, see? Look outside. He's past your wing.
Past our wing,
Now
so
we
we
can
can make
turn.
that turn.
What's this light called?
This is the crosswind.
Now we're turning crosswind. Now we're going to roll out here and do what?
Gonna check, final.
Yeah, well, we've got plenty of time. We're going right into the wind, so we've got plenty of time.
Yeah, we do have plenty of time.
249 November Delta, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Runway 32, 249 November Delta, clear for touch and go.
You're letting the wind blow you in again.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, midfield requesting touch and go.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, traffic you're following is Warrior, turning right base.
Following the Warrior traffic, Cherokee 5224 Lima, and have him in sight.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, number 2, follow the Warrior, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, follow the Warrior, Cherokee 24 Lima.
Clear final. Clear the other base.
Nose is too low, so raise it a little and raise it. Now trim it.
All right, we're gonna make our turn to final here. Slow it a little bit.
This is fine. How's your trim feel? That's good.
Slow it a little bit.
That was a nice little gust there.
Yeah, right? Lower the nose a little bit. Add a little bit of power.
Yeah, but see, now you're making small adjustments with both.
Right. We're at 65, it's starting to get low, and I just did the thing, I just did it without putting my rudder in, I'm sorry. Now we'll start lowering the power down.
All right, you're getting there, but you want to make these smoother?
Yeah, I do.
Why are you bringing your nose up so fast? Retract your flaps.
Oh no.
Are you afraid of the runway?
Probably.
Why? Go.
I don't know.
Well, you should be more afraid of the runway stalling 20 feet over it and hitting it rather than coming down and kissing the runway close to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Which one sounds more pleasant?
The touching it gently.
Yes.
I'd prefer that. I definitely prefer that.
Ask for left traffic.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, requesting left traffic.
We'll do a wind comparison, okay?
Okay.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, left close traffic approved, report the field.
Traffic approved. We'll report midfield 24
Turn
Lima.
now. And looks clear.
Final's clear.
No, the crosswind is
I
clear.
mean, I keep saying final. I'm saying the wrong thing. Crosswind is clear. Adjust for our wind here.
Tower Warrior 249 November Delta, midfield, touch and go.
Warrior 249 November Delta, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Runway 32, clear touch and go, 249 November Delta.
You can see the runway better, right?
Much
now,
better.
Now the wind's trying to blow you out a little, and you're going to have a headwind turning base to final. So this will give you a little more time, okay?
Cherokee 24 Lima midfield.
Yeah, I hear you saying.
Cherokee 24 Lima, traffic you're following is the Warrior heading to your left on the opposite downwind of base.
So let's see him.
Got me looking.
Cherokee 24 Lima looking for the traffic.
He's about an inch below the horizon.
Ahead of you and to
Oh.
your left, Delta, that way.
Cherokee 24 Lima have the traffic in sight.
Cherokee 24 Lima, number 2 follows the Warrior, runway 32, you're clear touch and go.
Number 2 following the Warrior 24 Lima, clear touch and go.
So just keep in mind, if they're talking to you and you don't see your traffic, don't wait because you're tying up his frequency. Everybody's waiting for you to respond. Just say, I'm looking for traffic.
Okay.
And he actually, if he has time, he'll help you find them.
Yeah, that's
That
kind
makes
of cool,
sense?
actually. That is really cool. I didn't really think about that. All right, so he's off our wingtip, so we can turn.
Yeah, and you're actually going to have a little more time now because the wind's holding you back. You have a little bit of a headwind component.
Right, exactly. We got more time, so we actually add a little bit more power.
Yeah, so personally, if they don't object, look at this. Look at how nice this is. Look at the base. It's so much
It's
longer.
so much easier. Yeah,
I would just stay on the left side. Well, you have to ask, but we're clear on the final.
cleared final.
Right base is clear.
Skyhawk 9014 Hotel.
So see how we can almost fly all the way up to the final and then turn. And we're not using a steep bank, are we?
Very shallow, like 15 degrees, not even 20.
And report
10 degrees.
north of the airport, left and right, close traffic in front.
That's way easier.
Skyhawk 9014 Hotel will make left traffic and report 3 miles.
Gust right there, huh?
Yeah, well, you're doing the right thing, though. You're making the adjustments with both pitch and power together. So we're going to fly it. But
Thank you very much.
you're going to be flying the airplane, but over the runway, I'm just going to put my hand here and I'm going to help you with the pitch, okay?
Okay.
Because I really want you to see what it's supposed to look like.
I keep messing it up. That's the part I keep messing up.
You just have to realize that even just a little back pressure is all you need to make it go level.
Really?
So right now, again, you're flying, I'm going to tweak
Okay.
this. We're just going to lower the nose just a hair like that to see how it started to sink towards the numbers.
Yeah.
And it barely lowered it, so we're making very small pitch changes.
tiny bit.
This looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
We're using rudder and ailerons together. We're flying towards the numbers. Do you agree?
Right towards the numbers.
So close your throttle, close it fully, and look down the runway. And let the plane come in. Let it come in. And then right about here, just ease it up. See that? And hold it. Let it float. Hold it. Not too much. Just hold it. A little more. Did you see how you pulled it up just a little? You want to just let it float. Let it float, let it float. And when it starts to sink, then come back. So I think what you're doing is you're just doing one continuous motion and not waiting for it to sink. You understand?
So I need to do the
Flaps
flare.
up. Not the flare.
I mean, I keep saying the flare.
Let's go. And just ask him, not now, but on the climb out, say,
Yeah.
is it okay to stay on the left side?
All right.
Ask him now.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, is it okay if we stay in the left pattern?
Approved as requested.
What did he say?
Approved as requested. Say thank you.
7249 November Delta, if you want, we can do a left 360, give them some space, they can take off.
No, you guys are okay, thanks.
249 November Delta, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Alright, we're gonna make our turn on crosswind. We're gonna clear the crosswind.
That's better. And you're calling it the crosswind, right?
And we're gonna make our turn to downwind.
But don't pull that back until you're at pattern altitude.
Drifting a little bit, so we'll correct that. We'll pitch here.
Cherokee 24 Lima requesting touch and go midfield.
Make sure you say left downwind next time.
For Lima, traffic you're following is the Warrior, ahead and to your left on the right base.
Cherokee 24 Lima, have the traffic in sight, follow the Warrior.
Cherokee 24 Lima, number 2, follow the Warrior, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Your touch and go 3-2, we'll follow the Warrior.
24 Lima.
4 Lima.
We switch fuel tanks yet, or is it?
The 1-4
You have not yet.
Report midfield now for me, please.
I should get that thing working so I can run the timer.
014 Hotel, we'll report midfield.
Did he pass your wing?
Yeah.
No. Let him make sure he passes your wing. Now he's passed your wing. But the only time it's okay to turn is if you're following a jet. If they're off your wing, they're much faster. You won't catch them. But with
Right,
the
so
slow,
you gotta use some
slower plane,
modifications to that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
well, you saw what happened with the Scout, right?
That thing was ridiculous.
We're clear.
Cleared final.
Clear on
Cleared
the
in the
other
other
base.
base. We're gonna make our turn. Nice and moderate. And if it's not moderate enough, we'll just go around. Like,
So this time you're going to look down the runway. All right.
Alright.
I know it's going to sound weird, but look down the runway and just pretty much fly it right onto the runway. Let's see if we can do that.
fly it onto the room. Okay.
Yep. And when I say fly it, I mean keep it flying until the wings are stalling. Correct?
Right.
Don't just fly it bang and let it crash on the runway.
Yeah, right. It's like slowly pitch it in there.
The bug was on your window. I thought it was an airplane right here.
Was it actually?
This looks good.
Funny. Could be a little slower.
But the landing's assured. Do you agree?
Landing's assured, so we'll cut
Just
the
look
power.
down the runway and fly it right down to the runway and then hold it level. Look at that, nice and close. Now don't let it land. Oh, you didn't. Look, look. You didn't keep flying it. How come?
I was trying to, I don't know.
Look, it's got to come back. You know that.
9014 Hotel, runway
Flaps up.
32, clear to stop and go, then make right close traffic and report midfield.
9014 Hotel, clear for stop and go, and we'll make right traffic after.
Did you move your focus close to the nose on that one?
I swear I didn't. I don't think I did anyway.
Did you see it sinking?
Yeah.
Then why did you not stop it from sinking? You have to ask yourself that. So if I'm looking down the runway and I'm watching the plane sink and I'm not trying to stop it, something's wrong. Do you agree?
It's the last bit I keep messing up. I'm not really sure what I'm doing
but I'm
wrong.
trying to help you. Listen, I'm trying to make you aware of it. You should be talking to yourself. I'm looking down the runway and I'm raising the nose only to make it float. I'm level. All right, it's sinking. I see it. How do I stop it? I increase my lift a little. Talk to yourself like that. Rather than just sitting there like a deer in the headlights and waiting for it to plop on the runway. That make sense?
Okay. I keep doing it too fast or too slow.
That would have been perfect, but you do agree you stopped flying the plane and let it just kind of drop on the runway, correct?
Right, so I didn't pull it back enough, essentially.
Flying the airplane means increasing the angle of attack.
Midfield, touch and go.
Crosswind's clear.
Clear?
November Delta, traffic you're following is ahead and to your right on the opposite base, Skyhawk.
traffic at sight.
We're 249 November Delta, number 2, follow Skyhawk, who is a stop and go, runway 32, you're clear, touch and go.
So he's number 1, he's number 2, we're going to be number 3. Do you agree?
So I should pay attention to that.
So we're going to ask for the option this time, and don't put your flaps down yet.
Okay.
I'm going to show you something, okay?
All right.
Cherokee 24 Lima is midfield on the left downwind.
That's better.
All right, great.
Cherokee 24 Lima, traffic you're following is a Warrior, head into your left on the opposite downwind, about to turn base.
Cherokee 24 Lima following the Warrior on the right downwind, have the traffic in sight.
Cherokee 24 Lima, number 3 for the runway, following the Warrior, runway 32, clear, touch and go.
Clear touch and go following the Warrior, Cherokee 24 Lima.
Number 3.
Number 3.
So see, he gave you that sequence. Number 1's over the runway. Number 2 is your traffic. We're number 3. Make sense?
Absolutely.
So again, I'm just trying to get you comfortable over the ground. You might have some ground shyness also.
Probably.
Give this guy a little extra time. We're not going to put any flaps on. You're just going to come.
All right.
You're going to come screaming into the pattern, into the towards the runway. Okay.
Okay.
And you're just going to keep it flying
Skyhawk 14 Hotel, on Eagle, stop and go, touch and go.
as long as you can keep it flying. And every time it tries to land, keep it flying. I want you to do a low approach. Does that make sense? Turn left.
All right.
Use your power.
Thank you.
Cleared final.
That looks good.
Up a little bit to reduce our airspeed a little bit.
Give me something to read. So just, the only thing I want you to do is put your hand on the throttle. Is look at the runway and maintain a nice comfortable slope. So we're not going down or up, just a nice comfortable slope. Right to where you want to go. And just put the throttle wherever you feel it's comfortable.
Okay.
So we're not falling out of the sky, are we?
Nope.
This is a comfortable speed. Bring the speed up a little, but maintain the slope. Look at that. Bring the speed down a little, but maintain the slope. Looking good? See how you're doing that?
Yeah.
Bring the speed down a lot, but maintain the slope.
Speed down a lot, but maintain.
Pull the throttle back. Close it, but maintain the slope. See how you're changing the speed, but you're maintaining a constant slope? Now bring the speed up, but maintain your slope. There you go. Maintain that slope. Fly it, just like you're going to fly it right into the ground, right into those numbers. You're going to go beyond the numbers. There's no way you're going to go into the numbers. That's better. See? That looks good. Now you're looking down the runway now, correct?
Now I am.
Now close your throttle and keep it flying.
Caught there.
Just keep it flying. Close your throttle. Look down the runway and don't let it touch. Do not let it touch. Don't let it touch. Get that nose up. Just a little. See? Hold it. And wait. When it comes down, hold it.
Skyhawk 14 Hotel, squawk.
Use your feet.
Squawk to maintain VFR 9014.
A little more right pedal was needed there. Did you see that? So did you see how you waited and you kept it flying? Full power. And I'm going to rotate. So I'm going to hold the airplane for a sec, okay? I have the airplane.
Okay. You have the airplane.
So the only difference between what we did that time and what we...
Okay,
I'll
you got
watch
the throttle
that.
too. Okay.
Is we came in fast with no flaps, so the plane floated for a long time. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Cherokee 24 Lima, follow the Warrior off your right side into right close traffic, report midfield.
Roger, follow the Warrior in right traffic.
Put that in the pocket, please. So you flew the airplane, correct?
Yes.
And you kept it flying, and it wasn't a bad touch, but you kind of let the nose come down after the mains touched. Did you feel that? And then we brought the nose up and we held it. So that you're going to do the same thing, but if you're coming in with flaps, it's not going to float as long. As soon as you start to flare, It will float, but it's going to start to sink a little faster than it did on the last one. Does that make sense to you?
Should sink faster when it sinks slower because of the flaps?
Nope.
It's just slowing it down more.
The flaps are giving you lift, but they're giving you drag. So whenever you lose airspeed, you're going to sink. So the flaps, as soon as you raise your nose, are helping you lose airspeed. Does that make sense?
Right, because they're extra drag.
All right, you have the airplane.
I have the airplane.
You have the airplane.
Touch and go.
All right, we're going to clear the crosswind.
Skyhawk is a full stop, runway 32.
Crosswind's cleared.
Clear for touch and go.
Going to make our turn. Reducing power a bit and pitch.
Roll out here, roll out earlier, roll it out. Now we have to correct for the wind that's trying to blow us in. And you're still following the Warrior, okay?
All right. Find the Warrior now.
Boire 260 November Delta, Nashua ground.
Why is he calling ground? Hear that?
They work both frequencies.
Oh.
Delta on request, runway 32, taxi via Delta.
I don't know where that Warrior is. Oh, there he is.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, midfield, requesting the option.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, you'll be number 2 following the Warrior on base, dogleg to final.
Cherokee 24 Lima, follow the Warrior, have the traffic in sight.
Cherokee 24 Lima, number 2 following the Warrior, runway 32, clear touch and go.
Cherokee 24 Lima, follow the Warrior, clear touch and go.
Twin Star 141 Delta Alpha, runway 32, taxi via the inner ramp and Charlie hold short of Alpha. Check 9014 Hotel, left on Charlie, hold short of Alpha.
9014 Hotel, left on Charlie, hold short of Alpha.
Alright, he's past our wing. Reduce it a lot more now because now we have a tailwind. You want 2 notches or 3 notches?
Let's go with 3.
Alright.
So you're going to do everything the same way with no flaps, 1, 2, or 3. The only thing is the float time will be less with full flaps, okay?
Less. Okay. Trim our airspeed a little bit. I mean, our attitude back a little bit. And a little bit more power. A little too fast.
141 Delta Alpha, give way with probably the Warrior from your left to your right, and then you can taxi to runway 32.
Not quite enough airspeed.
Check 9014 Hotel, give way to the opposite direction Twin Star, and then you can taxi to parking via Alpha Delta.
We'll give way and then taxi straight ahead, Alpha to Delta, 9014 Hotel.
Warrior 260 November Delta, departure frequency 124.9er, squawk 5365. On request.
Do you see how you're bleeding off your speed here?
Too early, right?
Lower the nose and add a little power.
Add power,
Yep,
sorry.
just to bring that speed up. There you go, that's better.
Transition down the runway.
And now, look
We're
down the
way
runway.
too high,
You're
so-
just, you're holding power.
Actually wasn't too terrible.
No, but once the landing's assured, you have to close the throttle. And you were not very high. You should just wait if you think you're high and just let it come in. And then when it comes down, then you start to hold it again, okay?
Say that one more time. When
Let's go. We'll talk.
All right.
Right pedal, get it on the center line. Hold it. When the nose comes up, push. There you go.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Not enough
That's what happens when you lower the nose too fast. You gotta gently. The same thing with flaring.
Yeah, why did I put way too much attitude in?
You just have to look at whatever's in front of you, the runway or the horizon, and make a small change. This airplane, that's one of the reasons why. It's not trimmed. Take your hand off the control wheel.
Yeah, it's not trimmed right now.
Yeah, but you know better than that. You're not a new student now.
No, I'm not.
I taught you how to trim.
Yeah, I know.
You should never be flying the airplane that far out of trim. Never.
That's pretty good right there.
Yeah, the Tower Warrior 249 in November Delta midfield.
And you know why that happened. It's only because you got rid of your flaps, right? And this airplane, when you put flaps down, the nose goes down. When you retract, the nose goes up. So every time you take off, reach between the seats, even before you add power, give it a couple good rolls forward. Because this plane's always going to do that, because you're trimming when you put your flaps down, you're trimming to raise the nose and hold it up a little. Do you agree? As soon as you get rid of your flaps, the nose wants to pop up.
Yeah, so just compensate for that. Right, so it goes down, it goes up when you take it away, right? It's like the opposite.
So that, again, that landing wasn't horrible, but we want to try to smoothen these out.
No, exactly.
So we're clear.
Clear on the crosswind.
We are going to switch tanks now.
Oh, wait till we're on crosswind here. I mean, downwind, excuse me. Different aiming point. Alright, switch. Fuel pump is on. Fuel pressure is still positive. And,
this one's going to be a full stop.
Alright.
I got to go meet somebody.
Sounds good. Trim here a bit.
Cherokee 5224 Lima is midfield requesting full stop.
Cherokee 24 Lima, traffic you're following is a Warrior, about 1 mile final over the highway.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, have the traffic in sight.
Cherokee 24 Lima, that traffic is a full stop, runway 32, York, clear to land.
Clear to land, the Warrior's full stop, 24 Lima.
We'll give him a little extra distance because he's full stop this time, right?
Very good.
Alright, great. Alright, now we'll turn. You know what? Yeah, we'll turn now. It's pretty good. Your final.
Warrior 249 November Delta, left turn 1 able.
Totally a different side compared to the left side, isn't it?
Yeah, I really overshot it here.
Don't worry about it. That was the
Slowly
bank's
get
not too
back.
steep. We'll fly it back on.
Warrior 249 November Delta, monitor ground 20, have a good night.
Monitor ground.
Nashua Tower Warrior 260 November Delta, holding short 32, ready for departure.
Warrior 260 November Delta, hold short of the runway for routing traffic.
Holding short 0 November Delta.
Pony 90163 Charlie, runway 32, taxi via Charlie and Alpha, hold short of Alpha on Charlie.
Alright, see if we can not fuck this up. Oh, I can't do this right.
Hold it back. You'll get it. Take Charlie.
Alright.
All the way back.
Cherokee 5224 Lima, left turn on Charlie, hold short of Alpha and contact ground 20.
Cherokee 24 Lima, left on Charlie and monitor ground on 120.
Nope, hold short of Alpha and contact ground point 8.
Well, hold short of Alpha, contact ground point 8.
So you got to listen up.
Thank you.
So he did say left on Charlie, hold short of Alpha, contact ground.
Gotcha.
Mooney 9163 Charlie, continue to runway 32 via Alpha. Boire 260 November Delta, runway 32 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 320 November Delta.
Cherokee 24 Lima, continue to parking via Alpha Delta.
Continue to park Alpha Delta, Cherokee 24 Lima.
And let's monitor ground like he told you to, okay?
Sounds good. All right, clear left, clear right.
So did he tell you that you could not stop and you could not do your after landing checks? No, he didn't say that. He didn't say taxi. He didn't say taxi immediately. He just said
right.
Taxi because there were no issues with other traffic. So you should have stopped back there. And if you felt a little strange, say we're just gonna stop for a couple seconds to clean up the airplane. Does that make sense?
Think about that.
So I have the airplane. I have the airplane. Go through your checks.
All right.
Warrior 260 November Delta, when able, begin your left turnout. Faster
All right.
traffic departing behind you.
Let's retract. Carburetor heat off.
Turning
Pump
left
off.
to...
It's required. 1200 alt. Sure. Already did.
141, dig in.
Okay, on the
141
ground.
Delta Alpha, straight out approved, runway
All right.
32 clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff on 320.
The
All set.
frequency is the same. That's weird.
It's not weird. It's because of COVID. They have one.
0 November Delta, thank you.
Ever since COVID, they've been having one person man the tower.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have two. So just be careful. For the longest time, they've been telling people make a left off the runway and monitor ground the parking. You've heard that before, correct?
Right, but I'm hearing
But
that's
now
I'm
they-
hearing
but now
tower
they're
tap stuff too. Yeah.
But they're not going to tell you to monitor ground the parking if there's a traffic issue. And so what happened when you were turning onto Charlie, there was a Mooney coming out from the ramp. Did you
yeah, I
see that?
saw. Oh yeah, I saw.
That's
him.
why he told you to hold short. They cannot tell you to taxi with an airplane coming out on that taxiway. So you just have to listen to what they're saying. So you learned, I still have the airplane, you learned a couple things tonight about listening. You also learned that it's very important to listen when they give you traffic, listen for that sequence.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
count
right.
airplanes. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
It is tough being the student, but you're learning some good really valuable lessons. Because if you had made that mistake today, you would have been flying, you would have been turning in front of two other airplanes.
Which have been really bad.
Yeah, that just happened over the weekend with one of my students.
Did it really?
We're in the airplane, and this warrior, one of these warriors, turned right in front of a helicopter.
Ooh.
You should have heard that. You can actually go back and listen to the recording over the weekend. The controller was not happy. He was
Really?
pissed.
Yeah.
You can tell he was
imagine.
starting to lose it a little bit.
Did he
'cause
really?
he wanted to wring somebody's neck, I think.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, so I told my students, sit back and relax. We're going to stay in the downwind. We're not going to say anything. We're just going to wait. And then eventually the controller called us, gave us a sequence, and I said, yeah, we have the helicopter in sight. We'll follow the helicopter. And it was nice and orderly after that. But the student, they're hearing the controller yelling, they think they did something wrong. So
Yeah.
you just have to listen. It's not
really
it's not
careful.
always you, it's other people, but it could be you. You make that mistake,
Right,
you turn
you can make sure
and
no
now
one
they're
else
going to yell
makes
at
the
you,
mistake.
and that's going to put pressure on you. Oops, sorry, doing that program.
Yeah.
That might put pressure on you, and you stop flying the airplane. Now you have an accident. You have to
Don't
stop
get
being
fazed
more
by that
like
stuff.
pilot in command,
Yeah.
and that means don't be afraid to talk to people, just like when you came off the runway. Don't be afraid if he told you to hold short, then he called you and said taxi. Don't be afraid to key the mic and read it back. Say, okay, we're cleared to taxi to hangar 125 or whatever, hangar 129.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stop. If it's okay with you, I'm going to stop and clean up the airplane. Take a couple seconds. Does that make sense?
So you don't have to.
If he
listen,
calls you
can
back and
request.
says, if you don't mind, I'd like to have you continue taxiing because there's an airplane waiting to do something, then say, okay, we'll continue taxiing. Then you can't do it. Does that make sense?
Right.
But at least make the attempt to try to do it. Do you understand?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So
Just ask for it because they may grant it. If not, then you gotta do what they say. But
I'm just telling you to be more like pilot in command. This whole landing thing should going to come together for you.
I feel like I keep messing it up. I'm not exactly sure I'm messing up. I'm doing too quick. I'm doing too slow. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah, well, that just tells me exactly what I'm going to... I know exactly what you're not doing. You have to start using your eyes properly.
Okay.
Shut the plane down and we'll talk, okay?
All right. Engine shut down.
29er163 Charlie, on course approved, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
Onyx master switch off.
Roger. Can taxi down the runway, and if you want, just pull in front of the tower. Use Bravo Alpha Foxtrot, just pull in front of the tower. Or you can go back that way. Run up area is fine too. Just let me know when you're ready for departure.